So for you guys, I created one folder on the desktop with the name intern. So here it is the folder which is I created for you. In this folder, I will do each and every project regarding machine learning. So in the today's session, we will start first topic corresponding to machine learning. So that is data pre-processing. So coming to this folder here, I want to take new Python file. Here I want to take new Python file. And for this file, I want to give name like data pre-processing. So I kept the file name as data pre-processing. So here before this thing, I want to observe the data set. So here on the desktop, we have intent folder. In this folder, we have data pre-processing folder. So in this folder, we have one CSV file. So initially, I want to open the CSV file and I want to observe the data which is present in this CSV file. So here, I'm opening this thing. So let us assume it is a CSV file which is created by me. So in the CSV file, if you observe, here we have 4 columns. First one is the country column. After that, we have age column and salary column and purchased column. So here, these are the features. Country name, age, as well as salary are the features. Based on these features, we need to predict whether the person purchased that specific attribute or not, specific objective or not. So for that purpose, so before doing this prediction, we need to convert this data in the form of structured manner. So we need to convert this entire data in the form of uh, if you want to apply any machine learning equation, we can easily apply on this data. To convert this data in the form of structured manner, we need to pre-process this data. So if you observe this data, here we have string data, and here also we have string data, and here we have some missing values. We need to replace these missing values, and we need to convert this string data in the form of integer numbers. So to perform that thing, initially, what we need to do? First, so as I already told you, in any machine learning algorithm, initially we need to input essential libraries. Coming to data preprocessing or coming to applying any machine learning equation, first step is importing the essential libraries. So it is the first step, importing essential libraries. So here I want to import the essential libraries. Coming to our course, what are the essential libraries? Initially, we need to import NumPy. After this thing, we need to import the pandas to read the CSV file or Excel file. So here I'm saying import pandas as PD. So after this thing, here we need to import one more library, that is visualization library, that is matplotlib. So in this session, we are not using this matplotlib library, whereas I'm importing that library too. So here I'm saying import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. So whatever the name you want to give, you can give that alias name. So here I give alias name for this thing also. So after this thing, I want to execute this specific portion. So these are the essential libraries to process the any data. So here it is still running. So here it is about importing the essential libraries. So it is the first step corresponding to importing any data set. So whenever you want to apply any machine learning algorithm, initially we need to import the essential libraries. So after importing the essential libraries, the second step is we need to pre-process this data. Sorry, we need to read the data set. So to read this data set, so that is nothing but second step is importing the data set. So which data set we have? So here we need to import the data set. So to import the data set, so in the pandas itself we have, so if you read, so if you want to read the CSV file, here we have read underscore CSV function. To read the data, we need to use read underscore CSV function. And here we need to specify, here we need to specify the file name. So if you observe this folder, in this folder we have data.csv. So here we have file name as data.csv. We need to read this CSV file by using pandas. We need to read this CSV file. To read this CSV file, what we need to do? So here I want to read this CSV file. So for that purpose, we need to specify that file name. So here that file name will be data.csv, and we need to observe the data present on that specific data set. So here I am seeing the data present on that data set. If you run this portion, so here it is the data which is present in this data set. It is the data which is present in this data set. So here in this data set, what we have? We have indexes and country column. After that, we have age column. After that, we have salary column. After that, we have purchased column. So coming to the machine learning algorithm, here we need to divide this entire data in the form of independent variable as well as dependent variable. That is nothing but inputs as well as output. So coming to this example, here our output is the purchased, whether the person purchased that specific product or not. So that is our final thing. So who is ID number B151998? Can you please keep your microphone? Let's share what we have. So here we are reading the data set. After that, we need to classify this data set in the form of input as well as output. So here in this example, if you have, so in this thing, we have four features. One is output feature, that is purchased, and we have input features as three features, that is country, age, and salary comes under input feature. So here I want to store this entire input are independent variables. So here I want to store that entire input in the form of X variable. So for this X variable here I'm saying data set that. So I want to specify this entire input variables by using index location function. So for this purpose, we have location function as well as index location function. Whatever the function comfortable to you, you can use that function. So coming to this example, here I am using index location function. So in this index location function, initially we need to specify the row slicing. So here from this data, I want to access all the rows data. For that purpose, I specified the colon. And next we need to perform column slicing. In this data, we need to access the entire data except the last column. So that is nothing but it is the way to access the entire data except the last column. So from each and every column, I want to access the values in the form of arrays. So from the any data set, if we want to access all the values, we need to use that values attribute. So here, if you observe the data which is present in X, so here data set is not dependent. So here we specify the data set name as data, right? So for that purpose, here also we need to specify data only. So if you specify the data in this X variable, we have this feature. Those are nothing but France. So that is nothing but, so initially we need to visualize the entire data. So here I'm saying data. So if you observe the data, it is entire data. So in this data, first feature is country and second feature is age and salary. I am taking these variables as inputs. So to predict whether the person purchased the specific product or not, I am considering these parameters. Those are nothing but country, age, and salary. I am taking these parameters as input parameters. To predict the output, I am taking these parameters as an input parameters. After taking this input, we need to say output also. So here we need to say output also. So I'm storing that output in y variable. So here I'm saying data. So we need to specify the data set name. And here again, I'm using index location function only. So in this index location function, again, I want to access all the columns data and I want to access the third column data only. So here I want to access the third column data only. So for that purpose, here I'm saying 3:4. So ending index always excluded. That is fourth column is always excluded. It will return the data which is present in the fourth column only. After that, I want to observe the data which is present in Y. So if you observe, yeah, good. So if you observe this thing, what it returns, yeah, here it is returning the data which is present in the specific column. Sorry, the row. Whereas we need to access the all the values corresponding to this Y, right? So here I'm specifying values. So here we need to access the value corresponding to, yeah, here we need to specify the colon or comma, right? Sorry, here we did not separated the row slicing as well as column slicing. That's why it returns the data which is present in the first row only. So here, so colon is nothing but we are accessing all the rows. So for that purpose, I'm separating row slicing as well as column slicing with the commas. After this, I am running this portion. If you run this portion, if you observe this data set in the fourth row, zero. So it is country is the zeroth row, zeroth column, age is the first column, salary is the second column, and this purchase it is belongs to the third column. So here we are accessing all the rows corresponding to this third column, and we are accessing all the values corresponding to this thing. It is about, so first initially what we need to do, we need to import essential libraries. After that we need to read the data set. After that we need to divide this entire data set in the form of input as well as output. So here in the X I am storing the input, and in the Y I am storing the output. So if you observe this data set, here we have few missed values. So here if you observe this data set, here we have NaN value, here also we have NaN value. So how to overcome that NaN values and how to solve that problem? So if you observe the data set clearly, here if you observe this data set clearly, here we have only 11 features. So in these features, so for the Germany country, here I have age of the specific person and he purchased the specific objective, whereas his salary is missing. And coming to this person, eighth person, here his age column missing and his salary is specified, and he did not purchase the specific product. So here these are the missing values. So to handle this missing values, if you remove this observation, it will impact our data set in the huge amount. Whereas if you keep zero here, so if you keep zero as a salary here, it will also impact a lot on the data set. So to handle this missing values, we need to replace these values with the average value. So if you keep average value of all the ages, it won't impact that much. Here also, if you keep the average salary of all those persons, it is also won't play that much impact on this data set. So to handle this missing values, here we are considering lot of criteria. So based on our requirement, here I want to replace this missing values with the average value. So here I want to replace this missing value with the average value. So here to keep the average value here, I want to know the average value of all these samples. So for that purpose, here I'm saying average of. So here I'm saying equals to average of. So here I want to take average of all these things. So if you perform average of that all these things, it is nothing but 38.77 something. So here I want to keep this average here in the Spain column. So corresponding to Spain. So for this person, I want to give age as 38.77 something. And I want to replace same thing here also. So for the Germany, 1% salary also missed. So there also I want to keep average value. So calculate that average value. Here I'm saying average of, so here I want to perform average of all this remaining employee salary. So here if we remove that observation or if you keep zero there, it will impact our data set a lot. So to avoid that problem, here we are taking one more criteria called as we are taking the mean value. So how to perform this thing? By using simple Python program. So to perform such kind of things, if we want to process the data, we need to take help of one more module that is called as sklearn. So here next step is how to handle the missing values, how to handle missing data. To handle missing data, we need to take help of scikit-learn. So here if it is not there in your laptop, if you, so by default in the Anaconda it will come by default. If it is not there in your laptop, you need to install this module by using this command conda so here conda install scikit-learn. It is a command to install this scikit-learn module. Whereas if you are using Anaconda, we need not to install this thing. Whereas if you are using Python ideally, there you need to install this module by using command pip3 install scikit-learn. So after this thing, I want to use this module. So to use this module, so here from sklearn. So here from the scientific computational toolkit library, so whenever you want to use all the machine learning algorithms, here it is the essential libraries. So for this, from this library, I want to handle the missing data. To handle the missing data, here we have input method or impute library. To handle the missing data in this sklearn package, we have impute impute library. So in this impute library, we need to import the class called as simple imputer. So from this library, I want to import the class called as simple imputer. To handle the missing data, we need to import this module, that is simple imputer class. To handle the missing data, we need to import this class. So after this thing, I am executing whether this module is there in my laptop or not. It is still running. So whenever you want to work with the machine learning, it is a very essential library. Scikit-learn stands for Scientific Computational Toolkit. Whenever you want to work with the all machine learning algorithms, all the machine learning algorithms present in this scikit-learn only. So to import this scikit-learn library here, sklearn is the command. So in this sklearn, I used simple imputer to handle the missing data. So whenever you created the class with the specific class name, you need to create an object with that specific class name. So here I want to store that class name. Whenever you create the class, we need to create an object. So here I want to store that object in one variable, that is I'm saying as imputer. So here whenever you want to create an object, you need to create that object by using same class name. So here I'm creating the object by using simple imputer. So here we need to handle the missing data. So for that purpose, in this simple imputer object, here I want to specify the missing values. So whatever the missing values, I want to specify those missing values. We need to specify those missing values in this. So here I'm saying missing values. So here I'm saying missing values equals to, sorry, we need to specify this thing in bracket, right? So here I'm saying missing values. So here missing values, I want to say like np.nan. Nan stands for not available number. And I want to replace this missing values with the strategy. So here we need to specify the different strategy to replace those missed values. We need to replace this missed values with the strategy mean. So here with the average values, I want to replace those attributes. So here it is an imputer object. So till now I want to execute this portion. Yeah, it is returning error. Like which error it is returning? Simple limiter missing values np.nan strategy. In it got an unexpected keyword strategy. So here for the strategy, I use a spelling mistake here. Strategy here. It is not strategy, strategy. So here I'm running this portion. It is not giving any error. That means it is the correct only. So after this thing, I want to fit this criteria to our algorithm or our data sets. I want to fit this thing to our algorithm. So to fit the data to our algorithm, so remember this thing, whenever you create a class with a specific name, after that we need to create the object with that specific name. Here I'm creating object and I'm storing that object to this variable. After that, here I'm saying imputer equals to, I want to fit the data. So here I'm saying imputer. So previously we stored that thing in imputer, right? So imputer dot fit. So here initially I want to fit this npn dot mean strategy to our data set. So for which thing we need to fit this thing? For the input, we need to fit this strategy. So on the input, on each and every row, I want to perform this strategy, and I want to perform this strategy on the specific columns. So here we need to specify those columns here. So here I'm saying 1:3. On the entire input, I want to perform this action. So here 1:2. So in the first row as well as second row only, we have missed values. So in the first row, that is age row, here we have one missed value, and in the salary row, that is second row, in these 2 rows only we have missed values. So as you already aware of basic slicing, here 1:3 is nothing but we are including first column as well as second column only. So here we are fitting this mean strategy to our algorithm. After fitting that algorithm, so after fitting this data to that algorithm, we need to modify the data permanently. To modify the data permanently, we need to use transform method. We need to use transform method. If we want to modify complete content of the data, so here I'm saying x colon comma 1:3 here on this data in the imputer object. So here I'm saying imputer only, imputer dot transform. So I want to transform the data permanently. I want to modify the data permanently. In this transform also, we need to specify the same data. So here, whenever you fit the data, it will calculate the mean value corresponding to each and every row. So after fitting the data, we need to apply that mean value to our original values. So for that purpose, again, we need to specify those columns. So here I'm saying 1:3 only. So after applying this thing, I want to observe the data which is present in X. So if you observe this X, so here these values will be replaced with the average value. So here it is the average salary of the specific person, which is missed value. And here this Spain column age also replaced with the average value. So here it is about handling the missing values. After that, if you want to process the any data, we need to have, so if you want to apply the any machine learning equation, or if you want to apply mathematical equation on the data should be present in the form of numerical manner. Whereas if you observe this data here, we have France, Spain, Germany, as well as here we have output like yes or no kind of objective. So these are not understandable by the machine. So here we need to convert this input also, these features also in the form of categorical manner. So here it is a categorical data. We need to convert this data in the form of categories. Like we need to convert this data in the form of 0 and 1's manner. So next step is to convert all the features into categorical manner. We need to convert this data into categorical manner. So for that purpose, we need to perform encoding step. So here encoding the categorical variable. Next step is we need to encode this data. For that purpose, here I'm saying encoding the categorical variables. So to encode this categorical variable, we need to use one more objective or one more library which is present in scikit-learn. So to perform this label encoder, so for to convert this data in the form of numerical values, we need to use label encoder. So that is also present in sklearn module only. So here in the sklearn package, it is a huge package. In this package, we have pre-processing module. So here we have pre-processing module. In this pre-processing module, we have label encoder. So here we need to import label encoder. So always class name starts with the capital letter only coming to Python. So here all are defined with the capital letters only. Here I am importing this label encoder. So after importing this label encoder, I want to apply this label encoder on our data. So I want to apply this label encoder on our data. So here, whenever you created the class with this specific name, we need to create an object with this specific name. So here I am saying label encoder of X. So let us assume, so here I'm saying like this. After this, we need to create an object with a specific name. So whatever the class name we specified with the same name, we need to create an object. So here I'm creating the object same class name. So till here everything is okay. After this, I want to, so here if you observe our data set, in our data set, we have first feature, the country feature will be in the form of strings manner. So here we have France, Spain, Germany. Here we have data of 3 categories. We need to convert this categorical data in the form of integer values. So for that purpose, here I'm applying label encoder. So on which column we want to apply this label encoder? We need to apply this data on each and every row corresponding to the first column. For that purpose, here I'm saying x colon So colon is nothing but on the all the rows I am performing this operation, and on the single column I want to perform this label encoder. So here we stored this entire thing in this variable. We created object with the specific name. Whenever you want to access this label encoder class, we need to access by using this name only. So here I'm saying label enc x. So here I use this thing as a variable, and I'm accessing this module. After this thing, we need to fit and transform this data at a single step. I want to fit and transform this data. Fit transform. So here I want to fit transform the data which is present in first column. So for that purpose, here I'm saying x of colon comma. So here I am saying 0. So done, it is converted successfully, and I want to observe the data which is present in X. So here, if you observe the data which is present in X, so here first the column data will be converted in the form of this thing. So madam will forward you the one more link. So connect to that session within 5 minutes. So here, if you observe this data, here we are pre-processed the data. We converted all these features with the numbers. So if you observe all this categorical data, here we converted this data with the France with the 0 number, and Spain with number 2, and Germany with the number 1. So here this is called as encoding process. So I will explain you from this thing onwards in the next session. Thank you. With this, I am concluding this session. Log in into a new session within few minutes.